welcome to the Real Estate Speaking Model Training. I am Victoria, your MC today. I would like to also greet you who are watching live from YouTube. Hello there! Today is exceptionally special, especially for our trainees who are in the big stage. This is the day when their heart is beating faster than ever. The day they've been waiting for. The day that they've been thinking about for days. And the day when they are going to the next level. So today, we are going to witness the performance for all speaking warrior trainees. So let me explain briefly what a real stage is. A real stage is a platform where our trainees are going to showcase what they have learned in the speaking dojo. And by joining the real stage, they are going to go to the next level in the speaking dojo, from resolution record level to innovative booking level. So a real stage is not just a real stage if it is not filled with nervousness and excitement. Well, before we start, let me introduce you to our two amazing judges who will give feedback after the performance of each speaker. Our two judges today are someone who are experienced in the public speaking field and also SMLONE trainers. So let me welcome to you our first judge is Miss Lisa Tang.
Hello,
Lisa.
everyone. Hi, Miss Victoria. Good afternoon. Well, everyone's good afternoon. Nice to meet you in this real stage, day one, and this is the round three. I do hope that through this real stage, everyone's you can boost your confidence. I just want to say is that good luck. Make sure your camera positions, your internet connections, and everything is ready. So best of luck. See you in a speech. I'm waiting, and I wish to listen to your speech. Thank you, Miss Victoria. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Lisa. Now, let me invite our second judge here. So, please welcome Sir Ricky Tionardi.
Hello, guys. Well, firstly, congratulations. You've made it this far. And, the real stage is about startup. And I know some of you might feel lots of different emotions. Some of you feel excited, can't wait. Some of you are feeling nervous. But regardless of whatever you feel, just know that I got you. And I can't wait to see your wonderful speech. Yes, back to you, MC.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Ricky. Allow me to remove you from the screen. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I know all of us cannot wait to watch the performance of our amazing trainees today. So let's just start the restage after these 60 seconds ahead. Alright, 60 seconds is up. Now, let's go on to our first speaker today. So our first speaker today who will bring a speech about the weightage of food. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first speaker of today, Michelle on the stage. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, teacher.
Alright, Michelle, are you... Alright, can you please open your camera? Alright, so Michelle, are you ready?
Yes, miss.
Alright, so Michelle, so the stage is yours.
Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle Kwan, and I'm currently in my 10th grade. As of today, I'm going to talk about food. Who doesn't love food? everybody does, from beverages, our everyday meals, and even to blissful desserts. When it comes to belly timbers, I'm always happy go lucky. But the terrible thing is what's coming after. Throughout the years, most people still can't understand how important food is and what food waste does. It is such heartbreaking news to me seeing how much nourishment goes to waste, and I dread those who take things lightly. Wasting food is like stealing from the poor, and while that may seem overwhelming, it is indeed very true. I believe every day, well, maybe even this second, someone might just be suffering in agony or even dying from starvation. So, if the food wasted by a well fed person in one day was given to a starving, malnourished child on this day onward, world hunger could be virtually non existent. One man's treasure truly is another man's treasure. But the alarming issue of food wastage is increasing to the point that there is only trash and not enough food to feed every one of us. Day by day, I see people throwing their trash, their meals away at restaurants, schools, malls. I see people scraping full plates of food into bins, throwing away half eaten apples. Apples which millions would kill for. Looking back at the days in my Asian household, my mom used to whoop me and my brothers as for not finishing the dish till there was nothing left. Asian parents. But then again, I'm grateful to her for teaching me what morals are and what being human is about. Going back to topic, did you know 1 out of 4 shopping carts of goods you bought from the supermarket, all literally everything goes straight to feeding your bins and snuggling with the rest of your garbage. Good edible food, your money, your time, the farmer's blood and sweat dissipates, all to feed our greed and unconscious little ego. Therefore, I have to say, not only to myself, but ladies and gentlemen, please, we have to wake up from this and start realizing how big of a conspiracy, an impact this is to humanity, especially during this world crisis pandemic caused by the COVID-19. We might start to think about how do we manage to help countries which lack food. It's simple, really. Start with yourself. Every long journey begins with small steps. That includes the journey that is reducing as much food as possible. These things include altering your daily routine, like only buying food that you're actually going to eat to minimize waste. Have you ever not eaten or food that is served to you at restaurant or thrown away leftovers? Or have you had to trash expired food because you did not eat it? Just because you see others buy or something is trending out there doesn't mean you have to get it. Restrain that ego. One of the simplest things to avoid food waste as a consumer is to buy less. A packed fridge may look appealing, but it may lead to food waste if the household cannot eat all the food. Taking a couple of shorter trips to a grocery store each week rather than one longer trip may prevent people from buying too much food and help cut back on food wastage. Keep the expiration date in check as well in order to make use of it instead of waiting to eat it and throwing it away after it out to be too late. But sometimes best before dates can be misleading. So if a product still appears to be fresh and usable, it is fine to consume it even after 2 to 3 days after its expiration. Talking about expiration, this leads to my next point, which is think twice before throwing your food away. While mold is a definite sign that something belongs to in the garbage, it is not necessary to throw away food that are slightly past their prime. For instance, many greens and vegetables may slightly soften or wilt when they are just past ripe. This may still excellent this still makes excellent additions to soup, smoothies, baked dishes. People often use leftovers vegetable scraps to make soup stock. Even stale breads make toast and breadcrumbs. While fruit may rot, it can enhance plant being. It may help to enhance the flavor of our plants as a natural fertilizer, though you have to compost it first. For my speech, You might also notice that just by scratching the surface, we began to see how the issue of food waste is directly linked to our current system of economic growth, our approaches to environmental sustainability, and efforts to foster social equity. To sum up everything so far, finding ways to reduce food waste can have strong individual payoff and help create a healthier food future for all. Let us all be more aware of the consequences of food wastage. Moving forward, I hope we all can contribute to the little things in life because small matters can be vital. Well, stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for your time.
Oh, oh, wow, that's very insightful speech of you, Michelle. Now, let's hear our first judge to give his impression. Let me invite Sariki on the stage.
All right. Hello there, Michelle. I just wanted to say thank you very much for the wonderful speech. Now, here's the thing. I just watched videos few days ago about the effect of food wastage for the planet, and I could totally understand. And I think that's such a coincidence. And I totally agree with you. Food wastage has been quite a huge issues right now in the world. So, I would like to represent just everybody else to just thank you very much for delivering and emphasizing those message yet again and again for the people to hear. Now, when it comes to your speech, I just want to say it was almost perfect. The content, I felt like you touched almost every part. Even listeners, it was being structured in a way that was easy for us to even understand what you're trying to say. And the delivery, I just want to say it was so flawless. It's what I would expect from a TED Talk level speaker. It really she seems as if you're such an expert in this very field. The only input I would like to give was just firstly is to be consistent, because there were some moments where your voice could tap it off. I think that was because you might not remember this certain part. So just the consistency that would require more preparation. And I do see that there were some moments where you move your body, where you do paralinguistics, body movements, and hand gestures. But that it's a bit hard for us to see because of your camera position. So you might want to position your camera a bit lower on your upcoming speech so we could see your hand movements. With that being said, great job, Michelle, and looking forward for your upcoming speeches. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Ricky, for your constructive evaluation, and congratulations once again to Michelle. You did it. Now, allow me to remove both of you from the stage. Now, let's have 60 seconds of silence for the judges to finalize their evaluation. All right, 60 seconds is up. Now let's go on again to our next speaker. So our next speaker today will bring a speech about achieving success. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker today, Najwa on the stage. Hi Najwa,
Hi, teacher.
are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so Najwa, The stage is yours.
Have you ever thought about what success really means for you? Hello everyone, I'm Nazo and today I'll be talking about success. Many people define success by how much money they have, how many materialistic pleasures they can acquire. Their only metric of success is about making the quick buck. But success, aka the opposite of failure, is the status of having achieved and accomplished an aim or objective. Being successful means the achievement of desired visions and planned goals. Furthermore, success can be certain social status that describes a prosperous person that could also have gained fame for its favorable outcome. The dictionary describes success as the following: attaining wealth, prosperity, and or fame. The interesting thing to note is that everyone has a different meaning for success. Ask someone young who is around 30, and they will tell you that they want to be financially successful. Money is their main priority, and they are willing to sacrifice other areas of their lives to gain more money. Then ask someone who is around age 50, and they will probably tell you that they want a better relationship with their family. They seem to want to spend more time with people that they care and love, and they don't really care about if they are driving a luxury car or living in a mansion. Then go ask someone who is at age 70. They, they will tell you that they want more time and health. They probably don't care about being financially successful or how much they can earn per month. As we all can see, that everyone's definition of success is different. Some people want to be financially successful and they want to earn $1 million a month, while others want to earn $10,000 a month. The key is to understand what you really want out of your life for now. Your definition of success can change according to your age and your life circumstances. Regardless of it, if you want to achieve success in life, you must be absolutely clear about what you want. You need to define the success you desire before you can achieve it. So, how do we define the success in life? The only person that can answer the question above is you yourself. I'm neither able nor willing to prescribe the ultimate definition of success, as this is not possible. Every person is thinking differently about being prosperous in life and is defining success in another way, so there can't exist a definition that is suitable for all. It is very important that you know exactly how to define success in life. Make yourself aware what accomplishment, success, and prosperity in general means to you in your life. Some people may define success as having luxurious car and huge mansion, whereas others consider a life full of joy and happiness with their family as the true meaning of success. Once you have figured out what is important for you personally, you are able to focus on your visions and goals. So now that you understand the importance of defining your success, but how do you do it? How do you achieve it? Here are a couple of methods. First, create a vivid picture of how and what success looks like to you. Ask yourself what kind of success you want and then make a picture of it. You want to tap into the power of visualization to help you achieve the things you want to life, like how the basketball players train using visualization. Schedule time to do this. Some people choose to practice it in the morning after they wake up, and some to choose to do it at night before sleep. But those who are truly serious about living their dream will hold the picture of their dreams in their heads all the time. They think about it, they talk about it, dream about it, sleep with it, eat with it, and breathe it every single moment. This is how you can leverage the power of visualization to help you achieve the success you want. Therefore, create a picture of what you want and hold the image in your mind as often as possible. Second is to make plans to get there. Once you have identified the success you want to achieve in life, what you need to do next is to make plans to get there. You can't proceed with a you can't proceed with a goal without a plan. I know that a plan may not always work out, but having a plan is much better than having no plan at all. When you have a plan, you can consciously make decisions and take actions to get the results you want. Instead of being reactive, you become proactive. It's sad to see many people have goals, but they don't have a plan to achieve them. Your mission now is to come up with a plan. But what if you don't know what you need to do to achieve your goal? Well, then go figure it out. And the third, develop mental toughness. Mental toughness refers to the resilience to carry on and continue trying even in the face of obstacles. They also feel confident on their abilities to succeed and are committed to finish what they start. So, what can you do to improve your mental toughness and increase your chances of being successful in life? First, you have to believe in yourself. Cut out negative self talk and look for ways to stay positive and self encouraging. Second, keep on trying. Even when things seem impossible or setbacks keep holding you back, focus on the way that you can develop your skills and keep soldiering forward. Third is to set goals. These goals are not necessarily easy to reach, but by having something to aim for, you'll better you will be better able to move forward and overcome obstacles. And fourth, find support. Doing things alone can be difficult, but having a strong support system can make things easier. Mentors, friends, coworkers, and family members can cheer you on when things get tough. So finding your own personal definition of success will help you direct your attention to your true desires in life. So I encourage every one of us here to consider and ponder about what it is you really want. It will make your life simpler. You'll be able to focus on what's important to you and say no to distraction. And you'll know to base your life's decisions on your values and your own definitions of success. Don't get too obsessed with one area of your life and leave no room for anything else. Figure out what's good enough for you and let yourself be the one in control of your life, not anyone else. So don't let anyone or anything stops you from achieving your success because it's you yourself that can make it happen. So believe in yourself and bring that success to you. That's all. Thank you.
Wow, that's very inspiring speech of you, Naswa, about success. Very well done. Now let me hear our judge here to give her impression. Let me invite Miss Lisa on the stage.
Hola, hola, Nachwa. How are you? Great.
I'm good.
Okay, well, Nachwa, may I ask question? How many days that you spent to prepare this speech?
Maybe 3 days.
Oh,
Around
great. Do you know that, Nachwa, what is my first impressions when I listen to this speech? You looks that you well prepared. Okay. The first in the beginning after the MC call your name and then you immediately give the questions like this. Have you ever thought success in your mind? I'm Nachwa. Today I'm going to talk about blah 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 blah. That's really impressed me for the first time when I listened this. A great job, Nachwa. And you share to us that several tips. Remember to create the picture, to set the goals, having the support system, how the ways that to reach the success in our life. Even those you also told us just now, how are the 30s? I flashback, I'm trying to asking, am I 30s? That yeah, I think that's like me. I'm just make a one measurement as a success when I success in financially. Is it like that? Then you even mentioned about the 40s until the 70s. When you ask the question about success in every age, it is different. Then you even close it. Remember, everyone, only you can make it happen. Believe in yourself, then you can be success. That a very amazing and structured speech, Nachwa. Do you want to make your speech better for the next time? If yes, you just give me thumbs. Yes. If just now, if you can insert about what is the definition about success, like you, Nachwa, about a 15 years old. I'm curious because just now I don't listen that what is the definition of success as a teenager? Don't you mention it just now? No, right? Well, so may I know what is the success for the teenagers? Can you tell us here?
mm, able to achieve goals that we have dreamed of.
Oh, so what is the dream of that you have it of this teenage?
Live a happy life.
Hmm. Okay, live a happy life and enjoy life for sure, Nachwa. So, in a very nice way, when I listen when about a teenagers like you, 15 years old, and then you can make it a very great one. If just now you can tell us also about your own experience, because just now you give us that several tips. Is it these tips that you have do it? If yes, it might be more powerful message. Like me myself, I'm in senior high school one. Yes, I also have my own success measurement, which is for me success when I have no burden doing my speech and doing my assignments. I do my best to live my life happily. That's success in my mind by doing several tips that I have done. Number one, clear picture, having a mentor, having a super system, set a goals. When you share about this, I think your message it will be more great. What do you think, Nachwa? Am I right? So that what I hope just now is I'm waiting that speeches now. However, but for all is actually great one already. You have that potentials to become better and better speaker. So I'm waiting you for another next level, Nachwa. Good job. Well done. Back to you, MC.
Alright, thank you so much, Miss Lisa, for your constructive evaluation. And congratulations once again to Naswa. And allow me to remove both of you from the screen. Now, let's have 60 seconds of silence for our judges to finalize their evaluation. Alright, 60 seconds is up. Now let's going on again to our next speaker. So our next speaker will bring a speech about my future plans. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our next speaker today, Nicholas on the stage. Hi
Hey
Nicholas.
everyone. Hi. So
Alright, so the
today,
stage is yours.
uh,
Okay.
okay, thank you. So hey everyone. Today I'm going to talk about my future plans, which I think very little of it. I don't even remember when's the last time I've thought about my future plans, and I guess now's the time for it. The very first thought I've about my future plans is that after I'm done with school, I'm going out of the country to do college, maybe like the US or Canada or like the Netherlands. But my parents always insisted that I should go to like Singapore or Malaysia because everyone there is very smart. First of all, no thank you, mom. I'm just gonna make a fool of myself for even trying. And it's not like you're gonna be automatically smart there after you graduate there. I don't say that I'm dumb, but I'm not that smart either. So yeah, yeah, I'm not that smart also. And second of all, I don't even know what major I'm gonna choose, and I don't know even if they have that major that I wanted. So after college, obviously find a job. But what job? Well, I've thought about working at a zoo, like becoming a zookeeper. But to work there, you need to like know the animals really well, like what they eat, their behavior, what habitat state should be in, like how cold, how hot, and something like that. And there are like a lot of animals there, and I'm not that good with studying stuff. And I thought all of this before the pandemic happened, maybe around like the age of 13. So when the pandemic hit, I my plans don't really change much except for the college part because I can't really go out anymore. Yep, I can't go out of the country anymore, and I don't really have a choice but to do college here in Indonesia. or if possible out of the country, maybe like choose the country that is near Indonesia. So that I still could go check with it my family. And as for the job, I've lost interest in being a zookeeper. So I've thought about like getting a simple job, like becoming a waiter or working at a pet hotel or a pet shop. That could be fun. And then this year, still same plan, but add a little something. So after college, or maybe even college, I plan to do stuff that I like because I don't get to do much stuff here in the when the pandemic also. So yeah, I plan to do stuff that I like because I thought that maybe hey, I could use this hobby and make it as a job. But I don't really have many hobbies, so at that time I'm gonna find on a lot more hobbies to unlock and to do. So hopefully it works. I did find one hobby that I could do or use in the future, and that is sign language. So 2 months ago, I was at home in the afternoon, scrolling to YouTube, doing nothing, and after a few more scrolls, a deaf and hearing couple channel pop out. So I'm like very curious, so I tried watching their videos about their daily life as a deaf and hearing couple, and I was fascinated by it. Like, wow, the way they use their hands to sign is very detailed, and their facial expressions is like plays an important role as well. So I binge watched all of their videos, and I tried learning very little of it, starting from the ABCDs. And it's pretty hard for me actually, so I need like a tuition or something to be more focused. So I'll wait till college for that. I thought that maybe unlocking this skill for the future could be useful, even though I've never seen or even never heard of any deaf community here, or even there is that I never heard of. And yeah, that's pretty much my future plans. I'm still working on it, but hey, at least I've thought something, right? Better than ever. And for those who haven't thought about their future plans, well, now is a really good time to think about it, or you'll be stressed out in the future. Here's an idea I have to deciding future would be: make a plan, identifying the right goals, developing your written plans to reach those goals, and implementing the right actions to attain those goals. Do things that you really like. Doing things that you really like will be a very good plan for the future. If you somehow feel burdened by the thing you're doing now, then you might want to reconsider what you really want to do. Stay motivated. There are many ways to stay motivated, and an example is by celebrating little steps or accomplishments that you are able to accomplish. Some other ways to stay motivated can be being in an ideal environment or more. And that's all for me. Thank you so much.
Oh wow, you have very fun future plan, Nicholas. All right, now let me invite our guest to give his impression. Please welcome Sir Ricky. Oh, sir, you are mute.
All right, Nicholas, my man, great job on the speech themselves. You were talking about your dream, and it was a very, I would say, it's a very insightful speeches. And I was just so impressed at, as a speaker, one of the hardest thing for us to do was how to overall just connect with the audience, because it doesn't matter how great of a speaker you are if the listener doesn't really like you. But Nicholas, you did a wonderful job in even from your content of your speech and your delivery. It's a very great way connecting with the audience. Even I, as a listener, I felt like you are my long lost friend. Or, it's just like we're at a cafe and we're just discussing about our future plans, with your wording and how you say stuff like, well, it's never too late to dream, you're right? Yeah. So I would say keep up that character of yours, because I think that is a gift, that is the strength of yours, and I really love the way you tell your stories. It was very creative. Zookeeper, sign language instructor, even waiter. Who would ever expect those? And yeah, I mean, thank you very much for reminding us again, because even at my age, I still sometimes struggle to find out what dream really is. So thank you very much for emphasizing the idea. Now you've had a great vocal already. You've had wonderful content. What's next? Well, I felt like you could work a little bit on your body movements. Pretty much, you have the expression already. The only thing that I think you could improve on is try to put on a bit of body hand gestures, body movement, so it could make your speech a bit more vivid. But even without that, your speech is very great already. I in love with the content, and I would definitely remember it for days to come. So thank you very much, Nicholas, and back to you, MC.
Alright, thank you so much, Sir Ricky, for your constructive evaluation, and congratulations once again to Nicholas. And allow me to remove both of you from the screen. Alright, now let's have 60 seconds of silence for the judges to finalize their evaluation. Alright, 60 seconds is up. Now let's go on again to our next speaker. So our next speaker is someone who will bring a speech about tablets versus textbooks. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker, Finny on the stage.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Finny. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, teacher.
So are you ready, Finny?
Kind of.
Well, ready or not, the stage is yours.
So this tablet versus textbook debate has been going on for quite some time. And with more and more technology entering the classroom, this debate won't end anytime soon. This question leads many people to ask, are tablets a suitable learning tool for students? Should they be replaced by textbooks? There is no denying that tablets are incredibly brilliant tools. We use them to communicate with family and friends, find new information, and many more to do with tablets. But when tablets are placed in the classroom, what will happen? So today, I'm going to share with you the pros and cons of having tablets in the classroom. So let us just start with the first pros, which is tablets are convenient and lightweight. Rather than carrying around several heavy textbooks, students can carry all of their digital textbooks in one lightweight device, which only weighs a few pounds. On average, students carrying print textbooks, which are more than 15% of their body weight, can result in injuries, swelling, and fatigue. According to the US Consumer Safety Product Commission, during the 2011 and 2012 year, there were more than 13,700 kids, which is age 5 to 18, were treated for backpack-related injuries. In 2016, there was an increase in the use of tablets, and as a result, the rate dropped to 6,300, and it is a decrease of 54%. And the second pros that I'm going to mention is reduce waste with tablets. Think of it when we were having offline school. One semester got 3 exams, and one exam got 10 lessons, and each lesson has more than 2 pages. Haven't counted it with the quizzes and homeworks yet. So this massive consumption of paper in schools hurts the environment, and it's a financial burden on school districts. And the last pros that I'm going to mention is about tablets offer technological features. This abundance of technological features offered by the tablets do not owned by the textbooks. Tools are limited in what they can provide students beyond words and image on a page, while tablets provide users with the ability to write notes and highlight without ruining the textbook for the next student. Tablets also offer a built-in dictionary. As we all know, tablets have videos and interactive diagrams that can increase a student's motivation and engagement with educational materials. Additionally, tablets provide new information as we can update it instantly. So that is 3 advantages that I can tell to you. And now let us proceed with the cons. The first con is that tablets are more expensive than using print textbooks. Tablets themselves are already expensive, and not to mention if the tablet is damaged. A broken tablet requires an experienced technician to fix, which can be costly and time-consuming. While textbooks can just simply be repaired with basic supplies such as glue and tape. Although tablets are expensive, the digital textbooks inside the tablets cost less than the printed ones. The second con that I'm going to mention is unnecessary distraction. Based on a survey, 70% of teachers say the use of smartphone at class can cause tension and disruption. This applies to the younger ones as well as grown-ups. It might be hard to focus when you have a web-enabled device in your hands. Students may pay attention to the games, videos, and websites instead of the teachers. Who would not? Because tablets really allow kids shortcuts. When kids are doing work in class, they can simply search up all the answers online. Third cons that I'm going to mention is that handheld technological devices, including tablets, are associated with a range of health problems. Overexposing students to blue light screens is one of the bigger risks of computer-based learning. It can be difficult for students to separate computer time for learning and computer time for playing. Seeing the device for the whole day long can cause eye strain, headache, blurred vision, and dry eyes. People who use mobile devices more often have a higher incidence of musculoskeletal disorders associated with repetitive strain on muscles, including carpal tunnel syndrome, neck pain, and fibromyalgia. While textbooks do not cause this problem, so your eyes are very important to your body, and why should you risk your eyes by seeing the device for a whole day? So one additional concept I would like to add is print textbooks allow better absorption. People who read print text comprehend more, learn more, and remember more than those who read digital text. It is a common knowledge that handwriting notes allow better absorption in remembering important teachings and lessons. Me, myself, has experienced it before. Reading a typed book physically on a computer screen is said to play a key role in the learning process. So that is all of the pros and cons that I can share to you. And let me repeat once again. So the pros are 1. Tablets are convenient and lightweight. 2. Reduce waste with tablets. And last one, tablets offer technological features. While the disadvantages are 1. Tablets are more expensive than using print textbooks. 2. Unnecessary distraction. 3. Handheld technological devices, including tablets, are associated with a range of health problems. Last but not the least, print textbooks allow better absorption. So what do you think? Should we switch to the interactive, light, and environment-conserving tablet and device? Or should we stick to the traditional, cheaper, and more memorable textbooks? In my opinion, I think using textbooks is better. Anyways, whatever your opinion is, I will appreciate it. See you when I see you again. Bye!
Oh wow, that's very wonderful speech of you, Finny. Now let me invite our judge, Miss Lisa, on the stage to give her evaluation.
Hola, Fini. Fini,
Yes,
I'm
teacher.
speechless when I listen to your speech. It's really amazing, constructive speech, Fini. It's like I'm eating the hamburger. The hamburger is really have a well bread and the meat and the bread itself. It's really completely and a very well prepared. If you told us just now by tell us the three pros and the three cons are very clear, let me tell you that the three things that I love the most from your speech. Number one, it's you bring this topic is relate to your audience, which is all of your friends, most of the people right now, somehow they love to read using the textbooks or they are using the tablets. So related topics, it can make the audience want to listen the speech more. You did a very good job. The second one, it's the thing that I love from your speech, it's well prepared. As a speaker, how good our speech and how great our talents and potential that we have in delivering a speech, if we don't have the preparation and practice more, it's just useless. I do believe, Vinny, you did for, I think, for 3 to 5 times practice before you deliver for today's speech. Am I right? If yes, you just knocks your head. Am I right? Then I can feel it because you look so relaxed. It's not only about one times delivering, but it's like relaxed speech. Good job. That is second things. The third things that I love from your speech is you can maximize your hand gesture by using from this both side your ears. Then this blank space you maximize it just now at the end of your speech. That my three things that I love from you. I don't have the three things to improve, only one things to improve to you, Vinny. Your speech is very good. Everything is just so amazing. But I think there is still some notes in front of you. So you still like looking to the notes or the script that maybe you will take notes near for your phone or near for your laptop. If just now you do not pay attention more to the script or the notes, I think you can be more relaxed because in some part I don't see your facial expressions. Example, you do the closings like this. What do you think? You ask the audience to choose, right? What is their choices? Either are using the textbook or either using the tablets. From your focal dynamics, I can listen. I try to close my eyes just now. Then I can get the point that what to talk about. But when I open the eyes, I don't feel the face it is. The facial expression. Maybe you can use like this way. So, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you want to choose, either a tablet or either a textbook, it's your choices. I will appreciate it. But if you ask me, I prefer to use textbook. Back to you, MC. I think you can use your facial expressions like this. It might be more wonderful, Vinny. But overall, I love for the first time real stage. This is amazing already, Vinny. Great job. You have that potential to become the great speaker. Back to you, Victoria.
Alright, thank you so much, Miss Lisa, for your constructive evaluation. And congratulations once again to Vinny, and allow me to remove both of you from the screen. Alright, now let's have 60 seconds of silence for the judges to finalize their evaluation. Alright, 60 seconds is up. Now let's move on to our next speaker. So our next speaker will bring us this about Enneagram. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker, William, on the stage.
Okay, so has anyone here heard of a popular personality system that divides personalities into 9 different types based on core motivations, strengths, and core weaknesses, fears? Well, as introduced before, today I'm going to talk about a personality model called the Enneagram. Ennea means 9, and yes, there are 9 Enneagram types. What are they? Okay, so the first one, we have the Enneagram type 1. Enneagram type 1s are very moralistic, perfectionistic, and they have an inner moral code that they always obey. Yeah, they have a strong integrity. So their core fears are being corrupt or immoral. An example of a type 1 is Bruce Wayne, or known as Batman. He has a inner personal code of not killing anyone at all. That's why he never kills Joker at all, even though Joker is a criminal that has killed so many people. Moving on to the next one, we have the Enneagram type 2. Type 2s are the most extroverted Enneagram type. They are very sociable, helpful, and contributing to the society. So the core fears of type 2s are being unloved or being hated. Examples of type 2s are Baymax from Big Hero 6, Wonder Woman, and Barney the dinosaur. They are very kind, helpful, and sociable people. Yeah. Next, we have the type 3. Type 3s are task-oriented. They focus on their goals, achieving success, and they are very ambitious. Type 3s usually also value money more than others. Well, in real life, many celebrities are type 3, like Dwayne Johnson and John Cena. Other type 3s are like Naruto Uzumaki, who dreams to become a Hokage, a leader of his village. And another example of a type 3 is Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob, who values money a lot. Okay, so next we have the type 4. Type 4s are the most individualistic type. They are very romantic and they always stay true to themselves. They also find ways to express their own feelings or themselves in many ways. Examples of type 4s are Squidward from SpongeBob. He has his own music life. And also we have Michael Jackson and Kurt Cobain, who express themselves through music. Okay, so next we have the type 5. Type 5s are usually known as the investigator. They have a private life, they are very curious, they find wisdom and enjoy philosophical discussions. So basically the core fears of type 5s are being useless or incompetent. Examples of type 5s are Albert Einstein, Mark Zuckerberg, and Bill Gates. Moving on to the next one, we have type 6. Type 6 are the most careful type. They are cautious, responsible, and security-oriented. So basically, the core fear of type 6 are being alone, not being guided, or else. The most clear example for type 6 is Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan. He's a very dutiful soldier, very responsible, tidy, and always confronts his fears. Very security oriented. Okay, so the next one, we have type 7, the most freedom loving type. They are basically called the enthusiastic type. They always do things that they love in life in order to stay happy. their core fears are being deprived or bored. Examples of type 7s are Goku from Dragon Ball, who loves fighting, and SpongeBob SquarePants, who simply enjoys his life to the fullest. Next, we have the type 8, known as the challenger. Type 8s are very confident, or even some are arrogant. They are brave as well. They feel themselves as the strongest, and they welcome any challenge. They are prepared to face it. Examples of type A's in real life are Steve Jobs, Gordon Ramsay, and Donald Trump. Or perhaps other type A's in fiction are like usually the villains like Frieza from Dragon Ball and Madara Uchiha from Naruto Shippuden. And last but not least, we have the type 9, known as the reformer, the mediator. Type 9s are the most complacent type in life. They are very peaceful. They avoid conflicts if possible. So the core fears of type 9s are loss or fragmentation, basically. Examples of type 9s are Aang, the airbender from Avatar, Patrick from SpongeBob, and also Yoshikage Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, who wants to live a very peaceful life. So in conclusion, there are 9 Enneagram types. So type 1 is the perfectionistic and moral type. Type 2 is the helpful and sociable type. Type 3 is the ambitious and success-oriented type. Type 4 is the individualistic and romantic type. Type 5 is the curious and wise type. Type 6 is the security-oriented and responsible type. Type 7 is the enthusiastic and freedom-loving type. Type 8 is the brave and confident type. And lastly, type 9 is the peaceful and complacent type. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Wow, that's very new information for me, William. Well, now I would like to invite Sir Ricky to give his impression. Please, Sir Ricky.
All right, William, great job. I just want to say it was a very interesting speech. 9 personalities, like there's just way too many that I really love about the speech that I'm not really sure where to start. To be honest, it just puts me in a whole new world that I've never been in. The first thing, though, that was quite evident from the very beginning of your speech is that how you started with a question. It's a great way to start and pique people's attention. And I felt like the content of the speech themselves, it's really made towards the listeners. It's as if you understand that what people wanted to hear. Because when you give an example, let's just say so there are 9 personalities. They give examples, the names of each people with those personalities. And the names that you gave was very variety, you know. You give in cartoon characters, you give in celebrities, you give in anime characters, and it's very nice because some people, you know, when it comes to this, they tend to just input, you know, professionals or maybe businessmen or economists, which is kind of bad because some people might not know their names. But since most of your listeners are someone around your age, and there's me who is still young, right? So we could relate, all right? And I think that is another amazing thing, you know, when you put on those names. I myself am a mediator, so I totally relate to what you have said as well. So really, the content was, everything was so fantastic. Now, the thing that I could put on for your future improvement was to be aware of your body movements. So I felt like you did some body movements. There's a hand gestures, but most of the time it is not within the frame. Like I could only see your fingers sometimes, and some others it was not within the frame. So I felt like that is a really wasted potential. So, you could position your camera much better so we could see. And, even when you're practicing, you could see if people can see your hands when you're delivering those speeches. But regardless, William, wonderful, great job. I see a wonderful future ahead as a great speaker. And to be honest, I just want to hear more of your speech again. But that could wait. Yeah, great job. See you again. Back to you, MC.
Alright, thank you so much, Sir Ricky, for your feedback, and congratulations once again to William. And allow me to remove both of you from the screen. Alright, so now let's have 60 seconds of silence for the judge to finalize their evaluation. Alright, now let's move on again to our next speaker. So our next speaker is someone who will bring a speech about gender equality. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker today, Angeline, to the stage. Hi Angeline, how are you?
Hi, Miss. I'm good.
Okay, so Angeline, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so Angeline, the stage is yours.
Do you agree that men and women have the same rights? Do you think that gender equalities are important? Bonjour, everyone. My name is Angeline, and today I'll be talking about gender equality. Nowadays, gender has been something really important. Most people believe that men has more power than women do. If there is one thing I know for certain, is that this has to stop. For the record, feminism by definition is the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is the theory of political, economic, and social equality of the sexes. I start asking myself gender-based assumptions since a long time ago. So, what is gender equality? When I was younger, I used to believe that men have more power than women do. But as I grew older, I learned that there are such things like gender equalities. The word bossy are often used when a woman tries to control things. This has to stop. All of us are living in such a judgmental world. The way we talk, the way we look, the way we act will be judged. Roughly, we can say that the society is the main proponent of judgment. Well, who is society? All of us peoples are society. We judge people easily, like men and women. But everything isn't too late. We can still change for a better world and have a new start. We can achieve equality together. According to United Nations, gender equality is not only the fundamentals of human rights, but it is necessary foundation. Each and every single of us should be treated equally, no matter how we look, how we talk, or even our genders. I believe that every person has an equal rights and opposite sex should have respect for each other. And we should respect each other's emotions and feelings. Everyone deserves to be respected. Well, why is gender equality so important? I assume that most of us all have different answers, but in my opinion, gender equality is something that's needed for the world. Respect, tolerance, acceptance of the difference. We women and men should have respect and tolerance for each other to build a better relationship for each other. I've been wondering, how did my parents had gone so well? It is because they respect each other and tolerate each other. Women and men has the same right and opportunities. We all have our own strength and weakness. This should not be judged based on our genders. So everyone, gender inequalities have to stop. Now I'm going to share 2 points. The first, mind your language. Sometimes most of us didn't notice what we've said might hurt others' feelings. So no matter who are we talking to, we should mind our language. By minding our language can help us to build a better connection and relationship to others. The second, respect and tolerance. Women and men. Everyone has different thoughts and opinions. We should respect each other's thoughts, give people advice, not hate, and tolerate difference between each and single one of us. I am here to encourage that we have to stop the inequalities between male and female, men and women. Each and every single individual has an equal opportunity to make the most of their lives and talents. Men are from Earth, women are from Earth, so let's respect each other. Well, I hope by listening to my speech today, everyone here are encouraged to support gender equalities. Thank you and have a great Monday.
Thank you so much for your speech, Angeline. Now let's hear our judge here to give her impression. Please welcome Miss Lisa on the stage.
Hola, Angeline. Gender equality. This is a topic, a very nice issue. Do you know why? Because this is the hot issue, like so many organizations, either especially for the non-profit organizations, also talk about this gender equality. I'm so happy such young age like you also can feel can get this awareness about the gender equality. And thank you so much, Angeline. You talk and you share the stories all step by step and a very clear explanations. Anyway, may I ask a questions to you, Angeline? Just now I listened one statement from you. You mentioned like when I was young, then in my mind that man should be stronger than a woman. But when grows that's older, it changed your minds after you know about this gender equality. May I know why you think when you were a kid then women's it should be sorry man it's stronger than a woman? Do you have that experience or how?
Because most of us think that men can do heavier jobs than women.
Example.
Example like staying up late night doing our jobs.
Mm-hmm. Any others?
And do heavy jobs like carrying stuff.
Okay, so from that we can see that man is stronger because they can carry on for the heavy stuff and other things. That's in your mind. If just now, Angeline, you can share about this more informations in your mind, your own experience. I think it might be better because I couldn't got the turning point why you changed your mind. Am I right? You only say that when you were young, then you think a man should be stronger than a woman's, but when you're getting older, it changed your mind. But the hot point that I'm waiting for that. But overall, actually, it's good. But I know if you can insert this, it might be better, Angeline. Anyway, I really like this topic. I really love about your openings, body, and conclusions of your speech, even though you encourage all of us. At the end, you give us that two tips as well. And you sharing about your own experience. You see in your eyes that how your parents respect each other. That's you can see in your life about the gender equality. It's a very nice sharing. So what teacher Lisa can give you one input next time, Angeline, it's maximize your hand gesture. I only can see one movement when you say like this. I'm here to encourage. After this not move again. You just using your two hand. I think you put here, then don't move. If just now you mentioned that there are two tips that I'm going to tell you. Mind your language. So if you maximize this hand gesture, I think your speech will be more wonderful. But overall, your vocal dynamics and your structure, it's better already. So Angeline, I'm waiting for your next speech. Then I do believe that it might be a better speech again. Thank you for reminding me about this gender equality. Back to you, Miss Victoria.
Alright, thank you so much, Miss Lisa, for your evaluation, and congratulations once again. Angeline, you did very good job. Now, allow me to remove both of you from the screen. Let's have 60 seconds of silence for the judges to finalize their evaluation. Well, 60 seconds is up. Now let's move on again to our next speaker. So our next speaker today will bring a space about creativity is the new currency. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker, Calvin, on the stage. Hi, Calvin. Okay.
Hi, Lisa. So, good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about an interesting topic, which is creativity is the new currency. Before I go to my topic, what is creativity? Creativity is a process that results in the creation of something new and worthwhile. An idea, a scientific theory, a musical composition, or a joke are examples of intangible creations. While an invention, a printed literary work, or a painting are examples of tangible creations. So, is it vital to be creative? Creativity is an important business skill since it can be used to generate new ideas, improve efficiencies, and solve complex challenges. While some aspects of creativity come naturally to some people, but actually, it is a skill that can be learned and improved over time. According to a recent survey, creativity is the most crucial business skill in today's society. Creativity and innovation are the top strategic concerns for enterprises all around the world. In today's period, creativity will be our most valuable and powerful resource, and even the most successful organizations such as Instagram, Facebook, and others will search the globe for it. The ability to quickly deploy diverse creative talent in a global marketplace will be critical to success. In the 21st century, creativity is the new global currency. According to a Time magazine poll of 2040 people, 91% agree that unlocking creativity is important for our personal development, and 82% believe it is necessary for our professional development. So, let me explain why creativity is so vital in our lives. First, it allows us to see the larger picture. In many aspects of life, being able to perceive the big picture is essential. It's easy to become marked down and lost in the details, whether it's in your personal life or a business endeavor. So it's like going for a walk in the woods And when you're being creative, you're letting your mind wander. Rather than focusing in a single bit of moss, continue along the trail and explore the forest. In certain ways, you can see past the trees. Second, creativity boosts your confidence. Creativity aids in seeing the broader picture, staying motivated, and solving obstacles. What could be more reassuring to a person's self-esteem than that? You're proving to yourself that you're a capable person when you think imaginatively and you can solve various problems. Only a small percentage of nice things in life happen without some effort, of course. And along the way, creativity adds to the fun and satisfaction to the process. The third, creativity can help clarify your thoughts and feelings. The mind can be a jumbled mess. It can feel like you're pursuing every idea or emotion you come across, like a puppy chasing every car he sees. Traditional methods of expressing your ideas and feelings are sometimes too linear and fail to capture everything that's going on. More creative methods, such as journaling, mind mapping, and even sketching, allow you to freely express what's on your mind. You gain more clarity on your ideas and feelings if you don't condemn yourself and let them flow out. They become more real and concrete as a result of the creative process of putting them out there. And the fourth, lastly, creativity is a stress reliever. According to studies, being creative reduces stress. This is critical since stress is toxic to humans. Stress can lead to a number of health issues, some of which are serious and can have big impact on our happiness. Being creative is like a soothing ball. It can help you think more positively and feel more at ease. So, someone's creativity can be found in a variety of places, including billboards, cafe logos, shoe designs, shirt designs, and many other things. Using creativity to make an advertisement can make people who see it become more interested. And if your creativity is out of this world, they will be astounded since they believe the advertisement is incredibly innovative. So, this is all from me. And before I close my speech, there's a quote that maybe can inspire you to be a more creative person. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Thank you and have a nice day.
Wow, that's very nice piece of you, Calvin. Now let's hear our judge for the impression. Please let me invite Sariki on the stage.
All right. Hello, Calvin. My man, dude. Would you mind remind me again what grade you're in right now?
10?
You're on your first senior high,
Yeah.
10th? You must be kidding. No way. No way that was a speech from a 10th grade. I cannot believe it was so great. If I just close my eyes, I mean, even I don't have to close my eyes really, because if I just see your performance, I would have thought that you were, you know, 20 something or at least somewhere in your early 30s. That wisdom, that power, that delivery, it was so great. And throughout your performance, I keep on thinking, what? I have to evaluate this. How? I mean, it was a very great one. You speak with such conviction. The preparation was there. When you give on informations, it was delivered effectively, and also the power was so on point as well. And that eye contact of yours. Now, if that doesn't scream preparation and wonderful talent, I don't know what else. I just want to say, man, you really were born to be a speaker, Calvin. So, Great job on the wonderful preparation. I was satisfied as whole from your speech. You were talking about creativity, and that speech themselves embodies all of that. So to be honest, that was a very great speech. I can't think of any words to just say to you, but if there's anything I could say was just to put in, maybe a bit more distance between you and the camera so we could see your delivery more, because there was some moments where your hand gestures were not within the camera, but there was just something very minor. I think there was some moments where you tried to put the hands inside the camera as well. So you know, just please don't stop speaking in the upcoming years. I mean, man, if you keep on delivering your speeches, if you keep on, making it your goal to inspire people and just work towards it, I'll be damned if I didn't see you 10 years later as the speaker who would be delivering speeches on the podiums. But you know what? Great job, Calvin, and congratulations. Really, looking forward to see you in the future.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Ricky, for your feedback and congratulations once again to Calvin. Allow me to remove both of you from the screen. All right, now let's have 60 seconds of silence for our judges to finalize their evaluation. All right, 60 seconds is up. Now let's move on again to our next speaker. So our next speaker today will bring a speech about the JoJo art style evaluations. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker today, Janice on the stage. Hi, Janice.
Move first. It's very noisy here.
Oh, all right. Oh, I think that's because you have something connection. Is okay. I think let's just move on first to our next speaker first. All right. So now let's move on again to our next speaker. Is someone who bring a speech about mihoyo. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker, Rafaka, on the stage. Hi, Rafaka.
Hello. Right.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, so well, the stage is yours.
Alright, MiHoYo, is it a good game company or is it a bad company? Is it a greedy one or is it a loved company? Well, we are going to find out today. Well, my name is Rafaka. Hello there. I am in grade 10 together with everyone else here. And, well, everyone here knows me already, so yeah. But if you don't know, well, yeah, I just said who I am. So, hello, I am Rafaka. I will be talking about MiHoYo today, a game company. If you didn't know, yes, a game called MiHoYo. It is a very large company. If you have heard of the game Genshin Impact, yes, that is this company is the developer of that game. It is a very big game right now, and I personally play it myself. My friends play. I think a lot of people play as well because there's like millions of players worldwide right now. And today I'm going to be talking about the company, specifically the company, not their games. So yeah, moving on. The company, they are made by. They said they are made by otakus for otakus, but I am not very sure about that as well. Maybe they just, I guess it can be true. If you check the wiki, it says that it is made by otakus for otakus. But well, I don't think we can believe it 100%. All I know is that right now MiHoYo is in a very big danger because recently a very big controversy is happening. One of the main one that I mostly remember is about their anniversary for the game, a 1 year anniversary. The rewards for the anniversary is very bad that a lot of people are complaining. If you've used or heard of Twitter, yes, that thing. It is filled with people that they are all complaining about MiHoYo over there because the rewards they give out are not worth it. If because it's literally the anniversary, right? You players for a lot of things because they went through with you together to your first anniversary, which is just a very great big achievement to get. And I can see why people are complaining about the rewards. I personally am quite disappointed with the rewards as well because it is quite underwhelming, especially when even when I myself be play for 1 whole year, and in that whole year I gain like 10 times more than the what the anniversary has given me. So that is one thing. The other thing is that people said that MiHoYo is greedy. I kind of believe it because, like, yeah, I just said so. The rewards are quite trash. That is one thing. But another thing is that they like to make people spend more money on their games because that's one thing. If you have played gacha games before, they have this one thing like I think if you don't know it, we call it the PT system, or where basically gacha is like when you pull for characters that you want. Basically, this PT system is like there's example there's a 4-star character and 5-star. As you know, five is larger than 4, obviously. Well, if you wanna get a 5-star character, you need to hope that your luck is good enough to get it, or you can just like the PT system. Yeah, I'm going to explain that now. Basically, you can there's a limit to how much wish you can do so that you can finally get this 5-star. And I said that MiHoYo is quite greedy because like this 5-star, the character that you really wanted to get, there's a 50-50 chance of you getting it. And you have to, if you want to get a guarantee, you either spend money to be able to wish more, or you just grind for hours on end. And a lot of people don't. I don't think a lot of people like it. Personally, I don't really like it as well. But yeah, that is what they have to do. I will say that they are pretty greedy for that, but not as greedy, just in the medium level, I guess. Like that's medium and that's high. The high end are like basically people that just take everyone's money. Medium right now is I would say MiHoYo is on that level because they are, well, I just explained the thing. Then controversies. There's another game as well, Honkai Impact. That game is less popular than the Genshin Impact, but I'm pretty sure you might not have heard of it because yeah, as I said, it's not as popular. But well, there's this thing that like Chinese players and global players. We usually differentiate with two of them. Usually in Honkai or those types of game, they will usually pick on one of the servers. So sometimes they will give the Asia servers a favor or the global servers a bit favor, while the Chinese players, those Chinese servers don't get as much. But because Chinese, from what I've heard, I'm not talking trash about Chinese. Please don't attack me. What I've heard is that Chinese players are quite picky on their things. Like recently, from I if you've heard the CCP, was it? If I'm not wrong, yeah, they restrict on a lot of things like censorship or gender things. I think, yeah, I think that was it. So they like to complain a lot of things about it. And because of those complaints, they wanted to make this thing only available for global. But because of that, it was only for global. So the Chinese players still complain, even though it like restrict it is not allowed in their area. But they just keep complaining. And if they move it to the Chinese servers, they will complain because like why would you add this to this? Why would you add this to this place? Like because well, Chinese players cannot
and they cannot get their full experience. I guess you could say that. So MiHoYo so far, I've heard recently that they are moving out of China, so they won't be restricted by the CCT as much anymore. So I'm hoping the best for them, and I hope that they can like give every players an equal chance, an equal chance. I forget. All right, they get an equal chance so that everyone can enjoy their games. So I hope that they can soon enough develop it to be able to do it that way. Thank you.
Wow, that's what a great speech of you, Rebecca. Now let's hear our judge to give her evaluation. Let me welcome Miss Lisa on the stage.
Rebecca, I'm not a game enthusiast, but today I try to understand more about game after listening about their speech. It's a very nice sharing and comprehensive explanations about game. Looks like you really love playing games. Am I right, Rebecca?
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, okay. Then the things that I like the most from the way how you deliver speeches, you look so relaxed, you know. You can move your body, you can move your gestures. Like I can feel like someone is sharing to his friends or his family what they like the most. Even as I try to close my eyes, I can imagine that how happy you are when you're delivering about this speech. You look so relaxed. Your hand gesture and then your eye contact. I try to just now my your face, so I try to make all to full screen. Then I can pay attention. Your eye contact to your audience is really connected. You are not reading any script. You're not looking to any other part, but what the things that you look at to the camera. Great job, Rebecca. However, Rebecca, I do hope on the next time when you got a chance again to talk with any topic. Example, like me, I'm not a game enthusiast. I'm trying to thinking just now what I can learn from your speech. Am I right? What is the message that you would like to deliver in this speech, Rebecca? Do you have it? Or you want to talk? You tell us now.
Wait, what is the question again?
What is the message you want to tell us? Example, like teacher Lisa is not a game enthusiast, right, Rebecca? So after I listen to your speech, like, so what teacher Lisa can get to relate to myself?
I guess I'll be like talking about a specific game company and the goods and bads of the company, the positive and the negatives.
Okay, the plus and the minus points according to you, am I right? So,
Yes.
Rebecca, if just now teacher Lisa can give you an improvement for next time, we can try to conclude your speech like example. So, ladies and gentlemen, learnings by this MiHoYo, one of the games that I shared to all of you just now, and the others games, even those that you love to playing game or not playing games, somehow in our life play game blah 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 blah. Maybe I don't know what the message you want to talk. Maybe you can tell us that how to relate it to the audience. Example, like by playing games is also based on the research can reduce your stress and can increase your creativity or how. So that can relate to the audience that listens to your speech maybe for next time, Rebecca. But for overall, that when you deliver the speech, I like the way you did a very good job. You look so relaxed. Please make sure that in any time you got a chance to deliver speech again, having that body language, having that facial expression and hand gesture, okay, then the eye contact. It's only the content you relate to your audience, then it will be more perfecto, brother. Okay, Rebecca?
All right.
Okay, so congratulations, you did it. I back to you, Miss Victoria.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Lisa, for your constructive evaluation, and congratulations once again to Rebecca. You did it. Now, allow me to remove both of you from the screen, and let's have 60 seconds of silence for our judges to finalize their evaluation. Alright, now let's move on again to our next speaker. So our next speaker will bring a speech about the JoJo art style evaluation. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the stage, Janice. Hi, Janice. Alright,
Hi,
are you good now? Okay,
Yes.
so are you ready?
Yes, it's yes.
Alright, so okay, Janice, the stage is yours.
Some of you might know what JoJo Bizarre Adventure is, and some of you might not. Next slide. JoJo Bizarre Adventure is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Hirohiko Araki. Next slide. As you can see, it has an unrelenting sense of style from the clothing to the color schemes. Araki is clearly well versed in the world of fashion. It's no secret that JoJo's style is one of its biggest draws. It even has its own line of clothing, from sneakers to watches to gloves to shirts. Even the volume has a sense of elegance to them that I've never seen in any other manga. The anime by David Productions is similarly close to this style and all is impressive. JoJo's sense of style is a constantly changing thing. As the series began in the 1980s and goes all the way to the 2020s, we see not only Arky's change within his own art style, but change in the world around him of the different styles that came and mixed with his own eccentricities. This is the first part, Phantom Blood. It started in the 1880s, suits and dresses abound, but when our final film is revealed, we get to see the ridiculous tank and buff muscle bodies and take of a romanticized Victorian era in full swing. The artistic references taken from the Fist of the North Star are pretty clear. Basically, part 1 is a little less ambitious than everything else, from the story to the styles. Yes, this part. Archie still went full course ahead of the period piece strip. The 1990s is much closer to a modern look because it took place in America. The style of the clothing, the poses, and the characters become more eccentric than conservative. Here we have a style that fully matches the setting of the roaring 20s of the Jazz Age. To match the sightings of both Metropolitan New York and the adventure throughout the world to stop the Pillman, Archie then took us to at the point modern day Japan. I say at the point because that was 50 years ago. Since it took place in the 1980s Japan, we aren't in a period piece anymore. So the designs began to change into something new, as you can see in the PPT. Here we have the relevance of modern culture to throw into the mix. We have Indiana Jones right there, the ridiculous takes on Japanese uniforms. As in the 1980s, we still have crazy muscle guys, action, and this more sharp and jagged line art is something that complements this part of the story really well. Next slide. Sticking to Japan fully for part 4 might seem bit like more of the same, but here we get to see the more nuanced and subtle skills of Arki of his ability to take a uniform in suit and make them stand out whenever he wants. There are changes to the character designs throughout the part which have become even more of a part of the series and something that makes the art really pop. The setup of a small town looking for a murderer was apparently inspired by Twin Peaks. The surreality is something that worked much in JoJo's favor. Designs have become more aesthetically pleasing. Golden Wind. It's an adventure solely in Italy. Archie is purported massive lover of Italian culture, from its food to its past, to its buildings, to its design, and similarly, Parport being a more isolated yet subtly nuanced art for design. Archie makes the story completely take place in one location, but a place that he utterly adores. With the smooth line art, we have a really nice contrast with jagged and intimidating outfits and hairstyle, designed to signify the brutality of the Italian mafia and the gangsters' way of life. I can say that Part 5 has the most bizarre designs of the whole series. It goes to show that how much Archie loves Italy because of the artistic evolution of Archie's work is most profound in this very part. The sixth part of JoJo starts going for a semi-realistic attitude to clothing and outfits. The main attraction to Part 6 art style is what Archie's done to stand users, as we have some of the most destructive and reality-altering powers in the whole series. Part 8, Archie showed how great his background art and two-speech threats can really be. There are two other parts, but I'm afraid that will pass the time limit. And my screen freeze. So how to say goodbye in Italian? Arrivederci.
Oh, wow, that's very new insight for me, Janice. Now, let's hear our judges to give his impression. Please welcome Sir Ricky on the stage.
Janice. Okay. Now, this is where it gets interesting. All right. Now, I mean, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It was a manga from way back, even before I was born. That manga was older than me, so it was very rare for me to see, someone from Gen Z, someone around your age who discuss about that manga, and I just want to thank you because I felt like youngsters nowadays they don't talk about that manga often. It was one of the greatest manga thread, and it deserves more appreciation. So thank you for delivering that speech and just promoting the beauty of those manga to other people who might not have heard about it. I personally agree with you, and I enjoy all part of it. You also use slides, which is the first I've seen today, and that is great. The thing I love about your slide is that it is not distracting, because some people when they use slide, it could be a bit distracting because they put in either too much pictures, too much word, but you put it very minimally to the point where it doesn't take the attention away from you. So you could use it as a reference while you're explaining your speech. So, overall, that was wonderfully done. I enjoyed the speech. It was very entertaining, I would say, and at the same time, there's an information given. Every of the information I felt it is delivered smoothly, so which explains, which shows that there's a degree of preparation that's being put to the speech. So great job, Janice. Wonderful ones. And okay, the thing that was a bit challenging about slides that I realized was happening to you during the delivery just now was how when sometimes you have to ask them to just move the slides. So you do this kind of gestures, and then you have to wait for them to just adjust the slide. My suggestion is to just continue speaking while you're waiting for the slides to adjust. For example, while you're waiting, so when you are finished talking about these slides, you could give the gestures and you could say, all right, so anyway, the most amazing thing about this art style is, and then you could continue from the slide. So it prevents you from having those awkward pauses on lots of different points when you're trying to change the slide. Because every time you try to change the slide, there's always these pauses. Because remember, these slides is not a speaker, right? So this slide is supposed to only help you to improve the quality of your speech. So if that slide brings you down, it's going to obviously it's going to be counterbalanced, right? Or if you have to rely on these slides too much, then maybe I felt like you should prepare more, because the idea of using slides is even if there's no slide, you could still deliver it smoothly. A slide is only there to help improve the quality of your speech by a little bit. But you know what? Regardless of all that, thank you very much for the great speeches. And I could just say, you made my day. You made my day to know that there was youngster son somewhere that still enjoys this whole piece of literature that deserves recognition. Yeah, thank you very much. Back to you, MC.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Ricky, for your constructive feedback. Now, let's congratulations, Janice, and allow me to remove both of you from the screen. Alright, so right now, let's have 60 seconds of silence for the judges to finalize their evaluation. Alright, 60 seconds is up. Now, let's move on again to our last but not least speaker for this session. So, ladies and gentlemen, today our speaker will bring a speech about the importance of forest. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our speaker on the stage, Louis.
Hello everyone, my name is Wesley and my grade is 10th grade. So before I start, do any one of you know the importance of forest is? Definition of forest are various. Forest means a large area covered chiefly with trees and undergrowth. From afar, we can see forest as a patch of green color because forest is mostly green trees. According to research, Indonesia forests are about 52.1% of Indonesia is forested. Unfortunately, most of the forest region is cleared by human. Human use the land in the forest region for several reasons. In order to get the land, they need to clear the trees first, and they are going to do it by hook or by crook. The impact affects every living organism on Earth. As you can see, nowadays, forest has become lesser and lesser. How does this happen? The first reason is logging. Logging is the process of cutting, processing, and moving trees to a location for transport. The second reason is because of illegal land clearing. And the third reason is deforestation. Deforestation is the purposeful clearing of forest land. Throughout history and into modern times, forests have been raised to make a space for agriculture and animal grazing, and to obtain wood for fuel, manufacturing, and construction. You may be wondering, what is the use of forests anyways? Forest plays a crucial role in our life. The importance of forests can be underestimated. We depend on forests for our survival, from the air we breathe to the food we use. Besides providing habitats for animals and livelihoods for humans, forests also offer water protection, prevent soil erosion, and mitigate climate change. Yet, despite our dependence on forests, we are still allowing them to disappear. Over 2 billion people rely on forests. Forests provide us with shelters, livelihoods, water, food, and fuel security. All these activities directly or indirectly involve forests. Some are easy to figure out, like fruits, paper, and woods from trees, and so on. Others are less obvious, such as byproducts that goes into everyday items like medicine, cosmetics, and detergents. Looking at it beyond our narrow, human, not mentioned, urban perspective, forests provides habitat to diverse animal species. They are home to 80% of the world's terrestrial biodiversity, and they also the form of source of livelihoods for many different human settlements, including 60 million indigenous people. Forests provide jobs for more than 13 million people across the world. In addition, 300 million people live in forests, including 60 million indigenous people. Yet, we are losing them. Between 1990 and 2015, there become lost some 129 million hectares of forest, an area of the size of South Africa. When we take away the forest, it's not just the trees that goes. The entire ecosystem begins to fall apart, with dire consequences for all of us. Forests also provide ecosystem services that are critical to human welfare. This includes absorbing harmful greenhouse gases that produce climate change. In tropical forests alone, a quarter of trillion tons of carbon is stored in above and below ground biomass, providing clean water for drinking, bathing, and other household needs, providing watershed and reducing or slowing the amount of erosion and chemical that reach waterways, providing food and medicine, serving as a buffer in natural disasters like flood and rainfalls, and providing habitats to move more than half of the world's land-based species. So, what can we do in order to save our forests? We can start by doing simple things in our daily life, like use double-sided paper. If you need to print, then print on both sides of the paper. This will cut down the paper consumption by half, which save half of the number of trees in the forest. 2. Switch to bamboo paper. Bamboo is easily sustainable and grows to maturity within 5 years, a lot faster than trees. They have the exact same function as well. Try to use bamboo paper as much as possible to lower the demand for paper produced by trees. 3. Reuse gift bags and others. Boxes can become palaces, forts, and superhero headquarters. Toilet paper rolls into binoculars and bird feeders, and paper towel rolls become spotting scopes and periscopes. 4. Use reusable containers. Use containers that can be used again and again for your food, trinkets, and just anything. 5. Avoid the paper towel. Use the hand dryer in the bathroom instead of paper towels. 6. Use cutlery. While paper plates and cups are convenient, they are not an environmentally aware of choice. 7. Reforestation. The opposite of deforestation is reforestation. The sustainable yield method also requires that every tree that cuts down must be replanted. Similarly, any tree that gets burned down due to forest fires or mining activities must also get planted. This may be done by natural or artificial methods. In rugged terrain, aerial seeding is the method of choice. Remember, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. One small step for us, one giant leap to save our earth. Thank you for your attention.
Wow, thank you so much for your speech, Louis. Yeah, I agree that forest is very important. So now let me invite our judge to give his evaluation. Please welcome Suriki on the stage.
Luis, all right. Now that was a very serious topic you're bringing over there. You know, for someone your age, bringing that kind of speech, it just doesn't fail to impress me how great people are when they're delivering such sophisticated speech. And I just want to say the preparation that you put into it is amazing. There was barely any kind of mannerisms like and that I see throughout your performance. It was very smooth, and also I could see. I especially admire your vocal acrobatics. I mean, the intonation was so on point. When you're talking about something serious, you stress the points, right? When you're talking about something lighter, your voice gets a bit lighter, and it's wonderful how you could really adjust your vocal to a different situation, and that is a wonderful gift. I also really appreciate the preparation that you put into it because the delivery it was very smooth. Now, as a speaker, I believe that sometimes one of the hardest thing is delivering speech in this kind of different medias, which is through online, delivery. I just felt like Louis, sometimes you have this tendency to not being able to maintain eye contact with the camera. I know it was not easy because basically when you're delivering a speech, you would have to look at the screen, which means you would be looking down. My suggestion was just to put on, post-it note somewhere near the camera so you could look at the camera area every now and then. You don't have to look at it 24/7, but just every now and then, which is enough to maintain eye contact, to make people see that, hey, I've made an eye contact. Yeah. And another thing that I would, suggest is now you have great vocal already. The content is, it is perfect. I got no comment. Yes. The next things to work on would be your paralinguistic, especially your expression. Now we are talking about a serious topic, so I expect a face that conveys the seriousness because your vocal have conveyed it. Yes, and remember, energies from a speaker is very infectious. So if you want people to be aware of how serious the thing you're talking about, which is about deforestation, about global warming, it's about all Earth, man. So you wanted to make it seem as if it is something serious. So put on a bit of a serious facial expression instead of a blank one. So yeah, but vocally and content wise, it's great already. So obviously, just looking forward to see more from you in the future. Yes, back to you, MC.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Ricky, for your constructive evaluation, and congratulations, Louis, for you have passed this stage. So allow me to remove of you from the screen. And let's have 60 seconds of silence for our judges to finalize their evaluation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of Speaking Model Training Listed Session 3. So thank you very much for tuning in this session and see you again tomorrow. Someone making you better you. Goodbye.